quite literally it's 12:30 a.m. in the morning time. Basically, it's actually just midnight. It's midnight, but a.m. is morning, and it is 12:30 in the morning. So, good morning, Eorzea, and welcome to Alphinaud's Way, part of the main quest line, with your guide, Blake M, the gentleman Paladin. Well, I guess you could say the gentleman Paladin Blake Mthedaimaou, but haha, who cares, right? Let's go with welcome. So, welcome to the episode officially. So, here we with Alphinaud, and he is, where is Alphinaud? He's probably gonna be outside this house. Yep. So we spoke to him in the house last time to pick up the quest, and now we have to go outside the house to speak to him again. The previous episode was extremely quick, so I threw in 2 extra trials with 1 wipe with Ramu, and I didn't get to be the main tank. That hurt. So let's see what Alphinaud has to say.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise.
Welcome, viewer.
A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
Interesting. There we go. Time to start this quest, I guess, officially now. So let's see here. Enter the seat of the Lord Commander within the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. Alright, have no clue where that's at. So let's go ahead and get our map up. So, our nearest point is the Forgotten Knight. I I thought I saw a putty cat. No, I thought I seen a side quest there again. Alright, the Forgotten Knight. Here we come. I believe our side quest is within this area, so let's check that out right quick. Maybe not. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, alright, I thought it was in this part of the land, but it's actually out there in, I think it's the Cloud of Seas, or whatever. Heavensward. So there is a side quest here. So before we go on to see Emmerich, we're going to take a slight detour to our right and go into this red circle to either start this side quest or probably start it, I believe. Or, well, not start it, but go start at point B. Let's go from point, we're going from A to B here. There we go. Let's see here. Heavensward. Deliver the fated iconograph to Emericel at Falcon's Nest. Where is Falcon's Nest? I should know where that's at because that is a main thoroughfare, and yep, it's right there. So, whenever we get able, we'll go ahead and complete those 2 side quests once we get to their designated region per the main quest line. Or if I just get real bored and do, I'm gonna do it like I said first time. So, alright, let's talk to this Temple Night Guard, shall we? Alright. Proceed to the seat of the Lord Commander. Yes.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Very cool. And there we have it. We completed Alphinaud's Way. Again, another very quick ABC, and there may have been a DE to it, but oh, there will be a DE to it. It's cool.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Yep. 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 Yay, and I leveled up! Yay! And, like, super... Don't know what just happened there. That was awesome. That was insane. That was incredible. That was amazing. That was flabbergasting. I don't know what to say because that was just so... I don't even know what to say. So basically, that reminds me of a great game called Final Fantasy IV, where you had this ally, and his name was, I forget. It was Odin, basically, the king. Granted, there was a lot more to the plot, but Bagan is who I'm reminded of there. And I'm assuming the Ossians gave the Archbishop 12 men the power of darkness, which basically has turned them into monsters of some kind. And who knows what they are, but they looked crazy. They sounded evil, so yeah. The plot thickens, and I really don't know how to feel about this Thorin, or this Archbishop, or King Thorin anymore, because he called him King Thorin, and I don't get that. But basically, yeah, don't really know what's happening anymore, and it is getting just so ever more amazing, this storyline. So as you can see, I leveled up to level 54, 4,787 experience of 1.8 mil, and I need to level up to 55. So, what we've learned in this episode is we had a point A to, I believe it went to point D, E, or even F with the cutscene there at the end, which super enlightened us on the story. And now, we may not be able to trust King Thorin anymore, or Archbishop, or whatever he wants to be called. I believe he has been tainted with the darkness. So, with that, this episode is over, and this is the Gentleman Paladin Blake Mthedaimaou saying goodbye till the next episode. And if you liked us, give us a thumbs up, a subscribe if you want to, subscribe, and optimistic, positive comments are always welcome. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode.